Guys, welcome to today's live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, you know I appreciate your presence. If this is your first time watching, kindly consider subscribing and turn the notification bell on. But if you've been out here, you already subscribed. Thank you for taking that step. And kindly make sure to always like whenever you watch, and let me know what you think in the comment section, or when you're watching, when we are still live. Kindly come to the live chat section. Let's have a time out here. Let's share our reactions. So Nixon, thank you for tuning in. Guys, I don't want to waste time. Let's not corner. So this is what is happening, guys. Hey, deemwango is out here. Of course, you know. Deemwango, you can always count on deemwango. She will always come out here and speak. And she was speaking, I'm telling you guys. She came for Rocio Cabrera. Rocio, you're not catching a break with us and with your people over there. Island Girl, thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you're watching when we are still on a live, you're so free to come to the live chat section. Let's hear what you have to say, your reactions and everything. Cecile, thank you. Thank you for that message. Thank you for the message. So guys, deemwango is out here. Rocio. And I like the fans because they had to make it so sure. Who are you talking about? They were asking deemwango directly. Deemwango, do you mean Rocio does not support Marwa when it comes to domestic chores and everything else? And deemwango had to make it so clear. Hey, that girl is so shady. Deemwango is so... Yeah, so of course, as I said, she's out here to tell us what they've been discussing with Mura Senso, because of course, you know, when Rocio hibernated from the village to the city, deemwango and the brother were left in the villa, and of course, you know, they had some juicy talk. We were not there, but deemwango is out here to tell us what they were discussing about Rocio Cabrera. Hey, deemwango, proceed. Tell us you are ready. Guys, I hope you're ready for today's live stream. Meg, thank you. Meg Feather, thank you for tuning in. We are out here to hear what deemwango has been talking with Mura Senso about Rocio. So, deemwango, the floor is yours. We are all yours out here. Tell us. Tell us what you've been talking about. What you and Mura Senso have been saying about Rocio. Go ahead. We are out here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Kindly drop your likes so that you can notify the rest of us that we are out here. We'll not be out here for so long. Just 1 hour or 50 minutes and we are done. So kindly drop your likes. Let's go. So Mura Senso tells Marwa tells deemwango always. Marwa has been telling deemwango lately, no sound. Guys, kindly confirm. Nairobi teacher, thank you for tuning in. Guys, kindly confirm. Are we all? Yeah. Guys, kindly confirm if you can. No video, no sound. Oh my God. Guys, does that apply to everyone? No video, no audio? I'm so done at this point. Oh, no audio on D. Oh, then this was the problem yesterday because I was like, why? Why are people telling me that they cannot hear? Thank you so much for that, Nairobi teacher and Meg Feather. I came out here on a live stream. If you were out here, I'm so sorry about that because we came out here for 30 minutes and I was like, we just have to end it. And I could not figure out. So I just realized that I muted the receipts that I'm playing. Oh my God. Yesterday I was having an headache trying to figure out. Thank you for that. Let's proceed. So you didn't even hear what Dimongo was saying. I'm sorry. Let me redo that. Will I even get to where I was playing? Yeah, so guys, this is what I was saying. I'm sorry about that, and thank you so much for the heads up. So Dimongo has said that they've been having some conversations with Mura Senso. And we are out here to learn what they've been discussing about Rocio. And it's not good. I'm telling you, Rocio, you need to buy more ornaments or something, what you are wearing on your ears, because you need them. You need all the witchcraft for this relationship to work, because your sister-in-law is out here to tell us a lot of things about you. Let's get to hear. What has Mura been telling you, Dimongo?
And guys, even my elder brother always tells me, I'm telling you. And when we talk, it's like I'm telling you as a man and also as a brother. A man will respect a woman who works hard. When a man knows you have what you call yours, even as a woman, you're not threatened. Or
So, Mura Senso has been telling Dimwango, you need to have some money. We will respect you. Me as Mura Senso, I will respect you eh, if you have your own money. And I'm honestly thinking that Marwa was not in any hurry to come to Nairobi to pick Rocio, because, okay, maybe he thought that that one does not have the money, or that one depends on a man and she's not going to be leaving anytime soon. And that is exactly what is happening, guys, because in yesterday's video by Marwa, I noticed some they were looking down on Rocio on a very high level. Seriously. And when Dimongo comes out here and says that Marwa tells me this and that, we know who you're talking about, because even Dimongo's audience in the live stream, if you watched, you know what I mean. The entire live chat section were asking, does Rocio not support your brother? I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but we'll be there. Before that, let's talk about the first point that Marwa tells Dimwango. A man will respect you when you have the money. And it was evident yesterday that Marwa believes that Rocio should not be respected for whatever reason. Because of this, let me play let me play that part. Guys, kindly drop your likes. I really appreciate. So let's start with the Aka. They were in this marketplace for second-hand cars. I think you can even find brand new. I'm not so sure. But Mura Senso, they were talking. Dimongo was like, this X5, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. The Kenyan YouTubers love it. But for me, as Dimongo, I love the German machines, which is just Ushamba Pro Max, because when you see Dimwango and Mura Senso talking about cars, it's all about the body. They know nothing about, but Mura Senso is so honest about it. Dimwango will just say that machine cars, German cars, which is, yeah, German machines are good, but Dimongo does not know the reason why. It's just because people say that. So it was all about that. Let me go to what I wanted to say. They were moving around. Mura Senso is like, for me, it's Mercedes. Just when they were talking about that, Listen to what Marwa told Rocio. They were moving around and they saw a cheap car. I don't know the model. I'm not so sure, but I think it's a Toyota or something. A beat up car. And Mura Senso told Rocio that for you, Rocio, you can buy this one. God, guys, these people does not they really look down on Rocio, and that is why when you see Mura telling the sister that men will only respect you when you have the money, they are talking about Rocio. Let me play that part, then we'll come back to deemwango's live stream yesterday, because that is where the tea was. Yeah? Hey, Rocio, that is where we got your tea. Hmm? Oh my God, it's so dark, but let me remove stop screen. So this is what happened there. Hey, deemwango is for German cars, Mura Senso is for Mercedes and above, but for Rocio, there was so shady towards Rocio. I was like, guys, go easy on Rocio. Forgive this girl out here. Leave her to reactors because she has decided that she'll be coming for reactors. Rocio, you have a lot of people to deal with.
And this is you're selling it for
375,000 shillings only.
Hey, Rocio, this one you can buy. We go right now, Rocio. 375.
Yeah.
And that is where I think that Mura Senso does not respect Rocio because he believes, which is a fact, Rocio is not in the same level financially to Mura Senso and deemwango, because that was not the only point. Of course, as you heard, deemwango was like, Marwa has been telling me that a man will respect you if you have your own thing going on, not following up Mura Senso every step. So that is where I found that, hey, Rocio, these people don't love you. They were talking. deemwango was like, I'm not like Kenyan reactors. They are so obsessed with I think it was Mazda or something. I don't know the model, but a Kenyan YouTuber knows. And deemwango was like, for me, I'm a German girl. You'll not believe that she's the same girl out here begging for bags, not bags, bags of cement. You'll not believe. She was like, for me, I'm a German car. No, I'm for German cars. And Mura Senso was like, for me, I love Mercedes, but for Rocio, Rocio ma'am, Rocio ma'am. Mura Senso told Rocio that, Rocio, you can buy this one. Mura Senso, can you stop hating on your wife?
5 gears. Wow. And this is you're selling it for
375,000 shillings only.
Hey, Rocio, this one you can buy. We go right now, Rocio. 375.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rocio was not happy. Rocio was not happy about that. There was also another point that Mura Senso said that when Rocio was going to the village, the dream car was Mazda Demio, I think so. And Rocio, Rocio was like, Marwa, no, you cannot be telling people that. That is not what I said. That is after deemwango saying that I'm not like the Kenyan YouTubers. I'm different. I'm special.
CX5.
CX5. One
Nearly
of them.
every Kenyan girl's dream. I see
I
them
am
with
telling
this
you,
car,
this car.
and they flex too much.
This
Even
car,
I
when,
don't like
when you have it with this one, Mazda DM. Is it Demo? Demio. These two cars, guys. Yeah. Actually, this was Rocio's dream before the Mercedes. I nearly okay, Rocio.
It's not like a dream. It was like one of the cheap ones. This is the cutest. The only ones are more ugly.
The other ones are ugly.
Yeah.
These people are not being nice to Rocio, guys. Like, Mwango, can you stop it? Hmm? But Mwango is a pick-me girl. Like, oh, because Kenyan YouTubers are flexing the CX5, I don't even want it. For me, I'm a German girl or something. Mwango, you're not special. You have some issues, honestly. You can just clap for the people that drive that car. And guys, a disclaimer, no offense to anyone that drives the Demio. We are just talking in this perspective of Mura Sensor and Dimwango coming for Rocio. And of course, we are connecting to what Dimwango said earlier. Hey, the brother has been telling her that women, women, we only support women with something. Guys, so I'm sorry, no offense. We are just doing our thing out here.
This is Mazda
CX5.
CX5. One of them.
Nearly every Kenyan girl's dream. I see
I
them
am
with
telling
this
you,
car,
this car.
and they flex too much.
This
Even I
car,
don't like
when you have it with this one, Mazda DM. Is it Demo? Demio. These two cars, guys. Yeah. Actually, this was Rocio's dream before the Mercedes. I nearly okay, Rocio.
It's not like a dream. It was like one of the cheap ones. This is the cutest. The only ones are more ugly.
The other ones are ugly.
But Rocio comes from cars, honestly. The dad is a car enthusiast. Is that how they say it? I think Marwa is reaching. Marwa, you're reaching. That cannot be the case, honestly. I think Rocio knows about cars. That one I'd say that, Marwa, you cannot be coming for Rocio like that. I thought you came from the village to pick your wife, but now you're out here with your sister, throwing some shades here and there. For you, the rich kids of Nyaboanze, you drive Mercedes. You drive the German the German cars, but for Rocio, you're calling her to buy the the Toyota. I think it's a 208 or something model, $2,000. Now you're telling the world that the Mazda Demio is Rocio's dream car. So go easy on Rocio. I just said to pull the two reference. You go back to Dimwango. That is where we will be. That is the reaction of the day because Dimwango. But you can be a liar. Dimwango, you can be a liar because today, why am I attempting to get ahead of myself? We'll get there. Nairobi teacher, thank you for coming. Precious Life, thank you. I see you. Cecile, thank you. Who else? Nixon, it must be a flex for them looking down on Zungu. For the first time, we can see that they are not worshipping them that much. Ice Play, you said Rocio is an actress. She will play these villagers like drums. I think Dimongo thinks that they are very smart, very smarter than Rocio. But I think Rocio knows what she's doing, honestly. Meg, thank you so much. You went to Argentina and got probably that is what they were discussing. We'll get into that because Dimongo made sure to come out and tell us. Dimongo made sure to come out and tell us what they've been talking with Mura Senso. And of course, about Rocio, because there was a fan that asked Dimongo, are you talking about Rocio? Are you lecturing Rocio? Junaid, Junaid, thank you so much for tuning in. Promjo, I can't disagree with the clips I had in this video. Yeah, it's true. It's amazing, beautiful to see women being independent. But for this one, like number 10, we are almost 100 watching. Kindly drop your likes. I'll really appreciate. Kindly drop your likes. Who else? Praise, thank you so much. Rocio with no class. Silent girl, you were out here. Thank you. Junaid, Meg, who else? Precious Life. New imbroglio. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Shed, thank you, Shed. Just having fun. D and Rocio are good. Stop trying to make trouble. Shed, can you drop your likes and watch the live stream? Open-minded. Open your mind. You'll understand what we are talking about. And the funny part is that your team always comes out here with a lot of things, but I'm like, we play the receipts for you. These are the Mura's words. We don't put the words in their mouths. We just react on them. So I don't know what you're talking about. Magdalene. Huh? Be open-minded. You will understand people without reacting. Salvador is ashamed. Camo, thank you for tuning in. Who else? Lillian, thank you. Thank you. You said that they flex 3 March. That's a 2018 car. Yesterday was a show day. Correct me. Open minds works better. Yeah. If they come out here and they are open-minded, without putting their feelings, they'll understand what you're talking about. So, Rocio, how did you respond?
Yeah.
Rocio, you're not going to have an easy time with the Mwango. Mwango, why are you laughing that much?
You've seen Range Rover? We're gonna go there.
Marwa, instead of buying Rocio the Range Rover, you told her to buy the 2000 car. The 2000 worth car. Guys, enough of that. Let's go back to the reaction of the day. I'm sorry for dragging it, but we go back to Mwango because that is the reaction of the day. Mwango came out here with a live stream. Sorry. Guys, kindly drop your likes. We are getting back to the reaction because I noticed some of you don't even want us to take some breaks here and there. You're like, no, Neo. We don't have time to waste. Can you go to the reaction? So let's go simultaneously. Oh my God, what is that? So yeah, I saw a comment in the live chat section. One of you was like, these people flex 3 March. Yeah, even in this live stream that we are going to be reacting on, Mwango is flexing. I have a Samsung S21, 22, 23, 24, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay, Mwango? You beg for bags of cement, but you buy an iPhone every single year? For what? For what reason?
I have a lot of phones because of my work. And I love upgrading, and I'm a Samsung lover. So I have Samsung S21 Ultra, I have Samsung S24 Ultra, and I also have, how do you call it? iPhone 15 Pro Max. Okay, 15 or 16 Pro Max, I'm not a lover of...
Mwango is lying when it comes to iPhone. We've never seen her. I think she even came out here like 3 weeks ago. She came out here and said, I've never owned an iPhone. I didn't know I'd play that. I just saw one of your comments and I was like, yeah, you're right. But yeah, I'm like, what is the point? If you have Samsung 21, 22, 23, 24, iPhone Pro Max 16. Why were you crying in Nairobi, in that hotel? Why are you crying? And you have the phones. Guys, does she make sense, honestly? Imagine she doesn't even know which one she has, just to show that she does not have one. How can you buy Samsung Pro Max 16 and you don't even know that you have one? Oh, she bought one last year and she was crying yesterday for 3 good days. I want my Samsung. I want my phone. But you claim to have the latest one, iPhone, the latest one, and you're begging for bags of cement.
And I'm a Samsung lover. So I have Samsung S21 Ultra, I have Samsung S24 Ultra, and I also have, how do you call it? iPhone 15 Pro Max. Okay, 15 or 16 Pro Max.
And why are you telling people? For what reason? Is idea one and nini? For what reason? Like, it's like having $5 million in your account and you go around telling people, yeah, I have. Foolish talk. Thank you for that comment. Imbroglio, thank you for that comment. Because that is a foolish statement. I'd say so. So let's get to what she was talking, she was saying about Rocio. Of course, you know how she comes out and she's like, yeah, my mother, she was an headmistress. She has been the head of schools for 20 years. For 20 years this year. How old is Marwa? Marwa is 34. Of course, he's not 34. But I'm just saying that to show that deemwango has been in the forefront, debunking Marwa's lies. Because if Marwa is 34, because if Marwa is 34, congratsmum has been the head mistress for 20 years. It means the mom went up the rank since Marwa was 14 years. But Marwa and deemwango always comes out and tells people that they used to struggle, but your mom was an headmistress. Do you know how much they get paid? A lot of money. So deemwango talks a lot with no full stop, and she does not even realize when she comes out here and exposes themselves. Deemwango, you come out here and show people that you're lying when you come out here and say that, oh, we suffered a lot with my brother and my family. Your mother was in a very good position. She also, I think she also mentioned Congrats dad, that the dad has been a headmaster for so long, head teacher for so many years. I don't know how true that is, but I'm like, if your parents were in those positions, why do you always come out and tell people that you used to suffer? Why? Because clearly that is not the case.
Your work is going to the garden every single day, not going to the garden for fun. As your economic activity is not an easy thing. They even get old when they're still young. So my mom was.
So, guys, she was talking about a village mom, how a village mom is supposed, beating around the bush. The target was Rocio, but she came to Rocio directly. Before that, she started, as a village mom, you're supposed to be doing work, help your husband. You just don't sit back like a zombie. Yeah, so congratsmum has been a headmistress for so long, and she's from a village. She said that being a mom should not stop from working. You have to work. If my mom do this and that, why don't you? And of course, later, which I'll share, the fans were asking me, why are you talking about Rocio? Does it mean that Rocio does not support you? Come clean. We'll talk about that later, but first of all, I got to know that, but this is something that we've always known. The parents were well off since the word go, and this narrative that they try to put out on the street, that they suffered, they didn't have food, is a lie. It's a lie. So let's look at this part where she was talking about parents bringing up ladies well, having good morals, to be hardworking and supporting their husbands. Of course, we know, deemwango, you were talking about Rocio.
Food retiring as a headmistress. So sometimes when parents become a role model to their kids follow suit. My dad as well. My dad has been a high school teacher for so long. Even my dad was, a principal in.
When parents become role models for the children to follow, the children will have good traits. She's talking about being a village mom, working, cultivating the kitchen garden, nurturing your home. And if you watched Marwa's first video, people are talking about Rocio not contributing to nothing in that home. I think we were even watching ontrending yesterday, and some of the fans of Marwa were writing to Marwa that you need to let Rocio work like any other person, clean, cook for you, this and that. So, and deemwango, as I shared earlier, deemwango was talking about what they've been discussing with Mura Senso. Mura Senso telling her that he only respects women with money. And here deemwango is also talking about a village mom. If you stay in the village, like Rocio, of course. And when you go to the comment section, I don't know if I'll be able to get it so easily. Someone was asking deemwango, how do you expect Rocio to do all this work when she's a singer? That is not Rocio's career. Let me look for that comment. I don't know if I'll be able to get it easily, but if I get it, that will be good. Let me try for 2 seconds. Meanwhile, maybe you can be dropping your likes. Let me try and get some of the comments. Because people are like, so like this person said that, deemwango, how can Rocio work where they live? She's a singer, plus deemwango, it is easy to say that when you have children, you will see it's a full-time job. Someone else said that she also has a YouTube channel, that is Ro Cabrera Travels. But deemwango, which I'll share later, deemwango said that even if you're a mom, you still need to work and contribute. Rocio, Rocio, you have a long day, long life ahead to deal with this one.
Tell me, work so hard so that in future you can even afford to call me. Okay, don't wait for the husband to buy you credit or recharge your phone for you to give me a call. So I took that personal. And guys, even my elder brother always tells me, I'm telling you, and when we talk, it's like I'm telling you as a man and also as a brother. A man will respect a woman who works hard. When a man
Rocio tries. Rocio is lazy, but she tries to work. I don't know what deemwango means about that. Rocio has the money, of course, now, not back then. Now Rocio has the money. Does Rocio beg? Yeah, maybe traveling, Mura has to cater for this and that. We don't know for sure, but I think deemwango is reaching when it comes to that. Deemwango, I think you're reaching, huh? You're reaching now. Deemwango.
Stable on my own. So me, this thing of give me, do this for me, I don't know. And I can imagine, even if you have a rich husband and all you wanna do is give me, give me. If he doesn't give you, you don't have nothing. You can't eat, you can't travel, you can.
That is why I said probably Marwa told Deemwango, Rocio will not go anywhere. I always pay for the air tickets. And that is why you hear Deemwango, even if you have a rich husband. And this thing has been disturbing Deemwango for the longest. If you've been watching this channel, you know that I've always talked about it. Deemwango comes out here and says that I don't want to be a burden. When you hear someone say, a man saying that this one has become a burden, I don't want to be that one. Well, she has never held a job. You know, Deemwango thinks that coming out here on a YouTube channel, hello guys, blah, 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 showing people fighting women at the hotel. You're looking for your Samsung while you claim that you have 10 phones. Deemwango thinks that that is hard work, which is not the case. So, yeah, I agree with you, Nixon. Uh, Deemwango, you don't know nothing about working. And that is always a problem. Someone you just struggle, then you make it. You make some money and then you think that you're so wise, wiser than any other person. You can come out and tell people things. That is Deemwango for you. Deemwango believes that she worked so hard. That is not working hard. Deemwango, you cannot be the one telling people about working. You do YouTube, you don't work. I've always said this. It's so hard coming out here, putting up videos, this and that, but you cannot compare with someone waking up in the morning and going to your 9 to 5 job. You cannot compare with YouTube. YouTube is not a job. It pays you, but it's not a job that you come out and tell people about working hard. No, thank you for that comment. I agree 100%. So yeah, Deemwango is saying that even if you have a rich husband, Rocio, begging, you cannot travel if the same husband does not provide for you. She was so personal. At some point, she said that you can have a rich husband. You stay with this husband. Your work is just being lazy, going on vacations, traveling. The day that person will kick you out, you will live with nothing. Didn't Rocio live with nothing? To Nairobi, we can see that she had to buy new clothes. Rocio will not live with the villa. You will not live with the horses, nothing. This is what Deemwango has to tell you about that. But guys, just to be super honest, I feel like Deemwango is kinda is it bitter that Rocio got it easy? Huh? She was lucky to be with someone with a home, but Deemwango has to construct a home for the Polish guy. I think that is where these strong words come from. My opinion, honestly. This is what she said.
She left empty-handed. Empty-handed because she was married to a very rich husband. Her work was just holiday every day, and when things didn't work out, she had to leave empty-handed. And she's like, now, if I could change that, for sure I could change because I had a good career. But again, I abandoned my career. All I did was to invest myself in it and just sit, you know, and just wait to be given. And she was like, if there's one thing I could change, is I could really work hard as a person as well. So I've met a lot to give me the same story. It happens. I've also witnessed by myself. So
What do you mean you've witnessed? By yourself? Deemwango, what do you mean you've witnessed? A woman leaving, a woman being kicked out. Was Rocio kicked out? And she has to live with nothing, because you don't have an asset for yourself. But Rocio has a motorbike. Rocio, I think you're not empty-handed. You have a motorbike which was donated. Deemwango, that is not clear. Kenny Klaus, thank you for tuning in. Kindly drop your likes, guys. From Joe, thank you. Island Girl, I think you were out here already. Thank you. Deemwango, you've witnessed someone being kicked out and lives with nothing because she was just being lazy. Rocio has money, not serious money, of course, not like Deemwango and Mura Senso, but she has something. Deemwango, what do you mean? And of course, you know, those are some of the things that Deemwango talks about Rocio. With a brother, of course. This one has nothing. I've witnessed it firsthand. Rocio being kicked out. Rocio, Deemwango, is that what you mean? And she left with nothing. With nothing, but Rocio has a baby. She can live with the baby. They don't get any rest. Asha, I agree. Thank you for tuning in. She will never live with anything but a suitcase. But a new imbroglio. But I'm thinking that is it not wise at the same time for Rocio not to invest in that villa? Can you imagine if she contributes to the construction of the kitchen, this and that, but if they part ways, of course she'll not be living with it. And Mura Senso is not willing to commit to Rocio. No marriage, no nothing. Rocio is not a Kenyan. Mura Senso is not ready to process the papers. Can you imagine Mura Senso is not even ready to process the baby's papers? What about Rocio's papers? Yeah, yes, I agree 1000%. Rocio is Rocio, enjoyment. London to this and that, coming out here with ointments to cars, reactors, and everyone else. But when it comes to living, parting ways, yes, Rocio will be living with nothing. Nothing, yes. And same to Deemwango and Mura Senso, of course. These things they brag about. Ifoma, thank you for tuning in. These things they brag about, they were bought. They were bought by the subscribers. They need to stop throwing all those shade because she neither have a man, much less a child. That day when it's her turn, she'll know. Mark my words. Yeah, because I think, as I said, there is a level of jealousy on Deemwango's side because the Polish guy is a student or something, just a hustler. Of course, not in the same level with Deemwango. For Deemwango, she has to do these constructions. Unlike for Rocio, she came and found everything done by Mura Senso. I think that is where Deemwango is not happy about Rocio. Human nature would assume Deemwango is behaving like a bitter first wife, complaining about money being spent on the second wife. 100%. 100%. Oh, you leave empty-handed. And she's saying that she has witnessed firsthand a woman living with nothing. Rocio. I don't know if this was towards Rocio, but this is what she said about babies. I want a baby because I want, not because a man wants. Which aligns with Rocio because Mura wanted the baby. Did he? I'm not so sure about that. Let me just play for the record.
Kids. Like it has to be a personal decision. I don't want to have kids. It happens. I've also witnessed by myself. So sometimes I tell myself, even before I get kids, like it has to be a personal decision. I don't want to have kids because somebody wants kids. I want to have kids because me as deemwango, I want to have the kids. You know, when you meet a man and he's like, I want kids, and you as a woman, you're not even able to even buy yourself a bottle of water, but you want to bring a kid in the world. Okay, so if you can't even sustain yourself, how will you sustain this small angel?
Deemango, this seems to be personal to you. This seems to be personal for Deemango, and of course, it cannot be coincidental. It cannot be coincidence that everything aligns with Rocio. Rocio came to Africa, no lotion, no nothing, became pregnant. Mura was the one paying everything. I remember when Gintu came out here and told us that Mura was throwing hands at Rocio, and Rocio told Mura that, buy me a ticket, I go back home, because she didn't have nothing. She was still starting the YouTube business, I'd say. And I don't know what is so interesting about Marwa going for these women with nothing, not even nothing, but I'd say relatively poor. Same to what happened to Bo. Bo didn't have anything. When they fell out with Mura Senso, Bo requested for money from the public. And I think in the long run, the parents paid for the flight tickets back to Thailand. So whatever Dimongo is saying aligns with the reality, the real life of Rocio back then. But now I think Rocio can cater for the baby. My auntie, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your presence. Promjo, you said that had a whole bottle of that damn water and only gave the baby a cup full. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, guys. When they were shopping, window shopping for the kitchen appliances, the baby wanted the water, but Rocio just poured the bottle cap, is it? Yeah. The baby wanted more water, but no. Rocio could not. Rocio is a bad mother. I'd say that confidently. She is a bad mother. She's just out here digging for gold and not caring for the baby. Will we say that for Dimango in the future? We don't know. But that is something that we've seen with Rocio. So Dimango is saying that even if you have your money, you cannot be depending on your rich husband. Yeah, Rocio. Dimango has a problem with you. Settling with a rich husband. Is Mura Senso rich? Yeah, according to Kenya's standards, rich, yes, but not wealthy.
Everyone left behind. And you are depending on this rich husband to do everything for you. Like me, I don't know. But you do you. If you are looking for a rich husband,
Dimango, I didn't hear you. What were you saying? Someone depending on the rich husband?
and who knows? Who knows? You know, sometimes you never know. Life is so unpredictable. What if you are just the only one left behind? And you are depending on this rich husband to do everything for you. Like me, I don't know. But you do you. If you are looking for a rich husband, so that you know you can be taken care of, build you a house, do everything for you, you know, you all the best. But me as
Building a house for you, is that not Rocio? Guys, is that not Rocio? deemwango is so personal with Rocio. And of course, deemwango sat on this live stream just after coming from the car showroom. You remember that bazaar video that Mura uploaded? After that, Rocio, deemwango came out here and sat down talking about Rocio, because of course, Rocio was not happy about deemwango. Rocio could not even look at deemwango's face. And I think that really pissed off deemwango, and that is why she had to sit down and address Rocio. And I was so surprised that she even mentioned the name in this live stream. Yeah. But the problem with deemwango is that Rocio is not supporting Mura Senso. You need to surprise your husband. You cannot be the only one being surprised. Spend your money.
Having what you call yours. Imagine you having a rich husband and you don't even, like anytime you feel like I want to catch a flight to Monaco, you are gone. Even if it's, even when it's special occasion, like it's a husband's birthday, you can surprise him also. I mean.
You mean what? We heard what you mean. Nothing can beat that, you said?
Nothing can beat that.
Even if you have a rich husband, according to deemwango, special occasions, which is a fact. Rocio does not spend anything on Mura Senso, does she? She doesn't. But who knows? Maybe it's a contract. Maybe it's a contract. deemwango, you don't know. Maybe Rocio sat down with Mura Senso and they were like, I take you to Africa, I cater for your needs, and that is it. You don't have to do anything. But Rocio is like, we had a conversation with Mura. Mura told me this and this and this and that. Did Marwa complain to you that Rocio does not even surprise Mura Senso on special occasions? It seems so. deemwango is like, you have to surprise your husband. You cannot just sit down like a zombie in a relationship. And I'm like, is it not the same thing that Marwa's fans are telling Marwa in the comment section? Marwa's fans are telling Marwa that, no, Marwa, you need to let Rocio work. Live like any other woman. Clean and cook for you. Not just sitting down and creating videos and that is it. Because of course, guys, when Marwa is doing the construction, deemwango's construction, Marwa will go to the construction and come back to the villa to organize what people will eat. Hey, deemwango has something for Rocio. You cannot just sit down like a zombie. Did you have to use that term, deemwango? Rocio, do you sit down in the villa like a zombie without doing nothing?
But you do you. If you are looking for a rich husband, so that you can be taken care of, build you a house, do everything for you, you all the best. But me as deemwango, I want to build myself. I want to be a better person than who I was yesterday, because I believe I have a purpose in this world. So I will always work hard, and I encourage fellow women, work hard. There's beauty of working hard and having what you call yours. Imagine you having a rich husband and
before that, deemwango, because it's on my thumbnail, I have to play it, where you said what? You said that you don't want, you don't encourage people who sit down. Let me control F. That one I have to play. Sorry, guys. Guys, I hope you dropped your likes. I'll really appreciate.
Who can make me abandon my career, stop working hard, and just be a zombie in the relationship? No. A good man is a man who supports what you do.
Let me play that because I was busy looking for it. I had to play it because it's on the thumbnail. I'm not clickbaiting. Hmm? You cannot sit down, wait for the husband to build a home for you. You cannot even support your husband. You cannot even do anything. Surprise your husband with something. You just sit down and wait. Everything it's your husband doing, and not the other way around. Sitting around like a zombie. Mwango, go slow.
Who can make me abandon my career, stop working hard, and just be a zombie in the relationship? No, me.
Fekere, thank you so much for that. Of course, as I said earlier, deemwango is talks a lot. It's a weakness for, I think, everyone. When you talk a lot, you even forget. Your talk will not be quality. You forget because deemwango made a whole last man quit work. I think the job was even permanent and pensionable. deemwango made JB Bonite quit his career, his job, so that deemwango, you can provide for him. But you're seated out here telling Rocio to contribute and stop being a zombie. And these people really talk about Rocio because I played. If you came in late, you missed because they were talking about, I want a German, I love this, I bought this, and they told Rocio, this one you can buy. You can afford this one, buy and we go. Rocio was not happy. Oh, hey, you guys, Rocio, will you really survive? Will you really survive with these ones? Thank you for that, Fekere. deemwango, you're really forgetting about yourself. You made a man leave employment so that you can cater for them, so that they can be a zombie in your relationship. Shut up. So, of course, she continued. She was very, very strong about this thing. Because, of course, people say that Rocio is so busy. Rocio has the baby. You don't expect her. Even in the comment section, I don't know if I read some of those comments. You don't expect her to work like someone with no children. But deemwango said that nowadays women work hard. Even if you have a child, you need to work harder than your husband.
Nowadays, women work even more harder. People like Rihanna, people like Fenty, like a lot of women in today's society, they work so hard. They have mansions, they have it all. Are they not still wives? Yes, they are still wives. Are they still not mothers? They are still mothers.
Because, of course, guys, in that live stream, I don't know if you watched. If you watched, you can confirm. People were suspecting that you're talking about Rocio, and of course, towards the end, they went directly to the point. deemwango, do you mean that Rocio does not support Marwa? She answered, we'll be looking at that. But I also saw Lillian reads. Thank you. You guys are making my reaction look like a joke. Why couldn't I? Why didn't I even remember that? deemwango is really against calling out men that allow women to drop their career so that they can be catered for and be zombies in relationships. Is that not what happened to Rocio? Rocio stopped singing, but was singing paying Rocio's bills, honestly, but whatever. Rocio stopped singing, came to Kenya, and sit down and be whatever deemwango said. Come on, can you be nice? By the way, this is something else. Deemwango always mentions Rihanna and Fenty separately, but Fenty is Rihanna's name. I think it's the dad's name, right, Lillian? But of course, as I said, we love talking. Honestly, I also love talking sometimes. You forget yourself. You forget yourself, and that is why Deemwango is out here forgetting. You talk nonsense. A lot of BS when you're talking a lot. Deemwango, for your information, FYI, bazaar. It's called bazaar place where the cars. Rocio was not happy about Deemwango, and that is why Deemwango is having a mental breakdown on this live stream. Telling people that women should be working harder. It doesn't. You don't have an excuse now that you have your baby. You still need to work harder so that you can be a blessing to others. Didn't Rocio pay for the road? And of course, Rocio, I'm not babying you because you, Rocio, what did you come out here and say about people after they came out here to support you in your time of, in your difficult time? Rocio, do you buy anything in your relationship?
You can't buy nothing.
So something else that Deemwango said, of course, as I said, we are almost done with the Deemwango shenanigans. Someone asked Deemwango, do you mean, because everything that Deemwango was saying was and this is what she said. Focus on the laughter, the sarcasm.
You can't buy nothing. Yeah, I want to buy a toothbrush. Please help me with 20 cents. Even you have. On her rich husband. Don't you see Rocio working so hard uploading video better and easier? Okay, that's one thing I believe. Do Rocio just depend on her rich husband? Don't you see Rocio working so hard uploading videos? Don't you see?
And of course, she could not evade the question because if you watched the live stream, I even took a screenshot. That is I think she should not be the one giving. It's convenient for her because she's the one spending in this relationship together with the Polish guy because she said that she pampers the boyfriend. Make it make sense because someone told her that it's supposed to be 50-50. And she said, no, as a woman, you should be going 100. And I'm like, Deemwango, what did you use? What did you smoke? If you do, because it doesn't make sense.
me, this thing of 50, even with my boyfriend, he knows me. I am not a 50-50 person. Me, I am 100-100. What do you mean 50-50? We meet halfway? There's nothing like halfway. It's 100-100. Me, this thing of let's meet halfway, that's not my vibe. My vibe is 100-100. Tumba Kabuya says, but
Guys, you see, talking with no sense doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She was contradicting herself just the way sometimes she comes out here. Marwa says something else. Deemwango comes out here, talks. And when you look into it, she debunks what Marwa says. So, yeah, enough of that. Let's go to Matiko. Deemwango lied about Matiko because, of course, if you're not aware, after the meeting that happened in the village, Matiko, the family that Deemwango comes out here every single day to insult on the internet. Matiko's family was given the right to close off that road. It's the villagers, the authorities, the chief, the police, every one of them that were there, because it was confirmed that that was Matiko's land. It's not for Deemwango, it's not a public land. But I was so surprised to see Deemwango coming out here and flipping the script, lying that, oh guys, I just decided that I wanted another road. And you're still insulting the Matikos for no good reason. No reason. Deemwango, you should be reported, honestly, at this point, because I don't know what makes you think that you have the autonomy of coming to the internet. You come to the internet, you talk about Matiko, however you want to talk about him. It's not cool, honestly. This is what she said.
you guys know one of my neighbors is the CEO of jealousy in our community. Okay? His name is Matiko. He doesn't, he feels so offended when he sees a small little young lady building a mansion, and he gets very scared. He can't withstand it. I call such people enemy of progress. And it was one fine Saturday, that my big girl purchase was arriving. 240 bags of
I'm sorry, I muted without knowing. Even lost where I was.
weekend, then we went to court. Okay, that's the truth. But majorly, it was for beating up Murini so mercilessly. That was very bad, just because he feels, you guys know, one of my neighbors is the CEO of jealousy in our community.
Just look at Deemwango coming out here. Yeah, I was on mute without knowing. I'm sorry. Guys, just look at Deemwango coming out here to insult Matiko for no reason. No reason. That is Matiko's land, Deemwango. It's not a public road. And you have the nerve to come out here and lie. She was lying, telling people that I just decided I don't want that road anymore. I just want another road. Guess what she said? The nerve. Kindly check out the description box for David Jr.'s phone number. Donate so that we can build another road. Hey, these people's fans are going through it. Deemwango, you need to apologize for the Matikos because you're so wrong. To come out here and mislead, and in the process, you're lying on Matiko's name. Why?
Okay? His name is Matiko. he doesn't, he feels so offended when he sees a small little young lady building a mansion.
Matiko has a mansion. He does not care about your mansion. Stop misleading your fans who seems to be super gullible. They just follow what you say. That is not the reason. Matiko does not appreciate you insulting him on the internet and using his private land. That is it. Why do you want to pretend like you don't understand the beef between you and Matiko? Stop this nonsense. Mwango.
And he gets very scared. He can't withstand it. I call such people enemy of progress. And it was one fine Saturday, that my big girl purchase was arriving.
Guys, the big girl purchase is the cement, bag of cement that she was begging on the internet. 200 bags of cement. She begged, went on a live stream at the site so that people can donate. But she's out here telling people big girl purchase. You want to force yourself on Matiko's land? Are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing, honestly.
140 bags of cement, and Murimi, you guys know Murimi, my neighbor. And you know what Murimi does is he directs those people who bring construction materials to the site because they're pretty new.
We don't want to know about that. Let me play where she was just lying to the audience.
Has nothing to eat.
What?
People, enemies of progress. So, but since then, my construction materials passed just so swiftly, but still, we just want.
It didn't. Or if it did, they had a meeting. You're pretending that you're not aware. But the Matikos with the villagers, they sat down and they were given the permission, as they should, to shut down that road. Shut it down because that is Matiko's land, and you don't have any business, any right using it to transport your materials. At least if you were using it, with respect, humbly, without causing mayhem in the village, it will not be a problem. So you're not using it anymore. That is Matiko's land, and yes, he decides. But it's not a public land, contrary to what deemwango. If you were out here, I played it. She was walking around Matiko's property with a camera, with herself, with a camera, telling people that this is the CEO family of jealousy, blah, 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 blah. This girl owes the Matiko's family an apology.
Want to have an alternative road, okay? Want to have an alternative road because sometimes when you struggle with people who have nothing to lose, when you're dealing with.
Look at her pretending like the Matikos don't have nothing. The Matikos are well off just by judging. When you watch them, a beautiful home, beautiful compound, a huge piece of land, ancestral. He didn't sell. I didn't see. I think that guy is among the villagers who didn't sell their property. Wealthier than you, deemwango, that family. What are you talking about? Stop these looking down on people. Muzungu Pebbles, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your presence out here.
With somebody who has nothing to lose, it's just a useless battle, somebody who has nothing to lose. So we are also thinking.
I don't know, maybe you heard that phrase somewhere, you don't know the meaning of someone with nothing to lose. That is someone with nothing, deemwango, you cannot compare yourselves with. But Matiko is better off than you. The real estate, the property, we can see the house. You can see the land. Can you imagine someone with a very huge piece of land that a big road passes through the land? That is a wealthy person. What are you talking about? Hmm? And guys, don't forget that that is something else that the villagers addressed. This specific family, and more so, they mentioned deemwango. Deemwango, the villagers were claiming that they really look down on them. The family, deemwango's family looks down upon the villagers. Listen to what deemwango is saying. People with nothing, a very useless battle. Those people are richer than you if you didn't know, because you seem to be clueless. How can you say that they have nothing to lose? You're talking about Matiko. Is it the same Matiko that we know, guys, on the streets? That guy is good. Or you thought being rich is having the YouTube money? No, that is not even richness. Deemwango, you need to watch your mouth. You talk a lot. You talk a lot. Oh my God. Will you shut up?
Thinking of buying another alternative road, okay, so that we can just do our things. Because at the end of the day, nobody can actually stop somebody who wants to succeed in life. You can only stop yourself. So real change, that one, we have it in mind. And I know you have David Jr.'s details. So
Oh my God. Guys, tell me, this one is another one with issues mentally. I'm not diagnosing deemwango, but the possibility is super high. Just now, she's out here looking down on the Matikos, claiming that they don't have nothing to lose, but she is giving out deemwango's phone number so that people can donate for them to do the construction of the alternative road. That will not be the alternative road, deemwango. Don't pretend like you don't know what happened in the village meeting. The Matikos were told to close down the road at their own will, because that is Matiko's property. It's not a public road. So for you to come out here and lie to your fans, which at this point you can all conclude that they are slow. I'm sorry to say this, but they'll believe what you said. It's not an alternative road that you're telling people to send donations to David Jr. to construct the alternative. No. Matiko's property will not be available for you to use to transport your materials. So, girl, bye. Bye-bye with your BS. I'm so done with this one, honestly. When I heard her talking about the villagers, the way she looks down on people with real jobs, going outside to work, not coming out here to give out David Jr.'s number so that people can be donating to them. Deemwango, you have the nerve, honestly. Hey, this one. And Deemwango, you can never compare your money with any other person's money, because for you, it's super easy. You just give out your number, you go on a live stream, you cry, begs of cement. But for Matiko, he worked for it. Just like any other person, worked, not begged for it, worked. You can never compare yourself with any other person in that village that worked for their money. And you come out and lecture people about working hard, career, this and that. And for you, it's just opening your GoPro, going around insulting people in Nairobi, in the village. Oh my God. Let me get rid of Deemwango's face, because I cannot deal with this one at this point. I think D is upset because before Rocio, Marwa said everything in his sister's name, but now he has a family. Clearly, Pebbles, I don't know if you were watching, but that is exactly the case. Deemwango is so salty about Rocio. Oh, I'm building. Huh? I don't wait for my husband. You come somewhere, you just find a house. You didn't know how it came about. You're not doing nothing. Deemwango is so salty about Rocio. Of course, we know Rocio is a piece of work. I don't like her, honestly. You just don't come to my country and you feel comfortable calling people names. Eh? I don't. But to be super honest, Deemwango, you have something personal against Rocio. That face was staring at me. Guys, unhappily in love. Kavan, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your presence. Deemwango, let me get rid of your face on the screen because you're now giving people details, details where to send donations. And in the same video, you're telling people about how rich and the rest of the people do not have anything to lose. Bye. Guys, let's talk about Masuba one for 3 minutes and we get done because I wanted to talk about it yesterday. But because of the audio, I had muted. I didn't know where to unmute the receipts. We were not able to conduct the live stream yesterday, but oh my God. Whew. But for today, let's talk about it for 3 minutes and we will be done. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've liked the live stream. Guys, I think by now you know what happened. Masubo's second wife came out here to explain how Masuba has been battering, pulling out the hair, this and that. It's unfortunate, honestly.
The black eyes here. Here. I don't have even hair. You can see here. I don't have even hair. Masuba has been beating me.
Masuba one. Guys, I can't even believe what I'm seeing. Masuba one. But the sad part is that the lady has been staying because she claims that Masuba has been beating her for 2 good years. But you stayed for 2 years. I'm sorry for what happened to you, but I know it's easier said than done, getting rid of your abuser. But I'm just like, why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? What is it? Guys, I'm just like, why don't the lady leave? I really hope that she does this time around because as we always say, it never gets better. And Masuba, I hope you stop because, Masuba, you cannot be the one doing this. Because you're out here calling out people and you're doing the same thing. You're crazy. Don't even know what to say. It's so sad because, as I said yesterday, it appears to be a problem with that community. I'm not profiling anyone because the chief came out here with a lot to say about reactors and these people working with donations and stuff. But I'm just saying because even the girl said the girl is a Kamba. If you're a Kenyan, you know the tribe. Nowadays, Masubo, nowadays, men don't beat women. I'm saying that, guys, because if you come from Kenya, in our villages, when I was around 12 years downwards, 12, 10, 11, back then, it was so rampant. Like every evening, you would hear someone shouting, someone beating the wife for no reason. Maybe even the wife gave him a small portion of ugali. I'm sorry, guys, it's not even funny, but even something like that. And sometimes you even find that it's the wife. going to work so that they can get food, but the husband looking at the portion of ugali. Oh my God, God forgive me. But the husband can look at the portion of the ugali. The husband wants a very big piece, like the one Marwa serves himself, and it becomes a problem. But nowadays, if you're a Kenyan, I'm talking about Kenyans. If you're a Kenyan, you go to my village, it never happens. But for me to see someone as young as Masubo, I'm not saying anything can be excused, but I'm just saying that it was those generations. I'm not saying that is what was happening to all Kenyans, no, but I'll speak for where I come from. To see someone like Masubo, I think Masubo is a Gen Z. According to Masubo, I remember there was a time last year he came out and said that he was 26, 27. Masubo, with your age and you're beating women, you need to be locked up, honestly. Masubo should be locked up. That is so shameless of you, Masubo, because shame on you. Because if we find our grandparents, those are the people that you'll see it was okay for them to punish, quote unquote, a woman. But you find even a millennial, they don't beat their women. I'm not excusing the older generation to do that, but I'm just saying that it should not be happening. And when you watch the entire video, that Masubo's wife said that she was also shocked to find that men from Nyabohanze, most of them, I was also shocked, Mzungu Pebbles, but he said he was 26 last year, so that makes him 27. According to him, because it seems that is something else in that village, coming out here and lying about your age. But I was so shocked, honestly, to see someone like Masubo Mura Senswa. You also a culprit, touching a woman, so old-fashioned. Huh? Someone that you went to school, you're still young, quote unquote, but you still beat your woman. That should not be acceptable. Guys, have you liked, isn't he the same age with Marwa? Because that will make him 39. I think Marwa just turned 39 according to the dad. And I think even 39 still young, but by the way, it doesn't look the age. According to Masubo, he's 21, 27. I'm sorry. Guys, if being shocked was a person, then I'm shook about that behavior in that village. It's crazy. But it makes sense, honestly. I'm not excusing, but I've always come out here and said that Nyabohanze is a very marginalized community. Guys, you've not seen Nyabohanze. Nyabohanze is very poor. If these people would be so honest and show you the entire Nyabohanze, the entire Kuria community, even shelter is a problem, food is a problem. And I was so shocked after coming to YouTube, watching them. They have the best climate to have good food, security because of the weather. But I'm so shocked because if you read this and that about parts of Kenya, different parts of Kenya, Nyabohanze is named Kuria, Migori, is it? That one, to be specific. They're still behind. I guess that is why they still do this. It appears to. It's so sad, honestly, super sad.
You can see even I have the black eyes here. Here, I don't have even hair. can see.
Ah, yeah.
You can see here.
Okay.
I don't have even hair.
So,
Masubawana has been beating me.
And of course, as I said yesterday, I'm still, it doesn't make sense. As a man, Masubo is a tall guy. This lady appears to be short. He easily beats up the lady. Why would you pluck the hair? Like, what is the motive for going for the hair? Like, why? Masubo, you need to be looked up. I said it, I'm sorry, but I said it. You're not even supposed to be given a second chance because according to this, the lady, that is something that Masuba has been doing for the longest. And I think it should be your
A bit
time.
of the fight, and you are beaten a little bit.
I was beaten even the pregnancy there. I miscarried. That time, even Asmana, wherever he is, he can come out and say it's true because I was taken to the hospital. Asmana, we left Asmana in the morning in there.
Even lost a baby. It seems unbelievable. Nikki, thank you. You said 27 and married. But that is something common with I'm sorry, but when you go to, if you're a Kenyan, you understand, when you go to Turkana, you go to Pokot, you go to some parts of Cumberland, you go to the coastal areas, the Giriama community. Guys, I'm not profiling, no. These are facts, you just read. You go to these communities, any Kenyan in the building, you know. These are the characteristics, the characters you find in those places. I'd say maybe 5% not their fault, but because of their upbringing, the economic performance of that area, I'd say. But of course, it does not excuse what happens. Gracie Griffins are with Nikki. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. To an extent that you lose your baby and you still, I don't know. I know I'm being harsh because being bonded, trauma bond, I think that is how they refer it. Apparently it's so difficult to break to break up with someone you've been attached for some time. According to some studies, it's so hard, and that is why I say it's easier said than done. But I'm just like, Mary, that is the name, just move on, leave him. Try as much as possible to leave him. I just remembered that I didn't talk about a part that happened in the meeting. I know I had promised you to come out here and translate, but of course by now you must have seen that I think it was JT came out here with a comprehensive live stream with translations, and that is why I didn't come out here anymore to come with the live stream that I promised. But I'm just interested in this part where Congrats dad was talking about Bushman dude's grandmother, because according to Condad, Bushman dude grandmother, those are people that fought for that land. This might hang us some people, but it's a fact. When it's a fact, I'm not saying anything. Yeah? The grandmother. I'm talking about the same person that if you watch on Trending's live stream yesterday, Condad said that he was okay running over Bushman dude grandmother because the grandmother was like, no, you cannot come to Nyabohanse, you buy a land and you want to force people out of their land. You want to use their property as a road, which is not found on the map. I'm talking about the same person. So just to expound on that, it was so interesting when I watched today, and I realized that they were talking about Bushman dude grandmother. So guess what, guys? Apart from telling the villagers that, according to him, they should have run over Bushman dude grandmother because she was sleeping across the road, of course, protesting, telling people, telling Congrats dad and the family to stop grabbing their land. On top of that, guys, this is something else that happened. They went to the chief, which appears to be something that they've been doing. They went to the chief, called the grandmother, and stopped her. And of course, you know, when I say stopped her, used force. You scare people with money, this and that is what happened. And of course, it's so sad to see the grandson, who is Bushman dude, eating on the table, selling the same land that the grandmother fought for it. And that is why it's so easy to come out here and you don't care about something that you didn't fight for. You do not care because, after all, you didn't work for it. I know that is so bold of me to say, but I just said to say. Because can you imagine your grandmother fighting for something very old? May she continue resting in peace, because I just learned that she's deceased. May she continue resting in perfect peace. But it's so sad to watch your grandmother fighting for something that she fought to make sure that they had the land. But now you come out here, you inherit, and you sell to the same people. The same people that your grandmother was fighting. Oh my God. Whew. We are not perfect, guys, but we are just saying. I just said to say, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I stay, I make sure that I don't do this and that. No, I'm not perfect. So far from it, but just watching the baraza and getting to know that was sad. Sad.
Mimi nimekuja hapa nikapata hii njia ikipita, sikujua ilianza mwaka gani, iliwekwa na nani, sikujua hiyo mambo mimi. Nakumbuka wakati mama marehemu ameleta shida pale, mimi mwenyewe siku moja.
He's saying that he remembers when he moved, when Mura Senso bought that property and they were doing the construction. Mama Marehemu is the late grandma, who is Bushman dude grandma. Congrats dad is saying that he came there, he didn't know whose land it was, but decided to use it as road. And Bushman dude grandmother protested and told him that, no, you cannot take over my land. You cannot use it as road, as a road without my permission. It's my land. And that is why Congrats dad said that because the grandmother was protesting, the owner of the land, sitting down on the road, that is something common in Kenya. When we go on the streets, we do all kind of things, understandable. And Congrats dad said that he was okay running over Bushman dude grandmother. And the same grandmother is fighting for family. They threatened her to sign a letter that she will never ever deny the property, deny Congrats dad, deemwango and Mura Senso the property. Guys, I'm telling you, the villagers have been going through it for the longest time possible. Can you remember what year was that? I think it was around 2020, 2019 to date. That is what has been happening. The grandmother worked, I'm very sure. I don't know how old the grandma was. May she continue resting in peace. But I'm sure she's among those people back then when we were still fighting for independence. I don't know why I'm dragging that, but I'm just saying how people feel when you worked for what you have. But Bushman dude is dining and whining with Mura Senso's family, the same family that took your grandmother to the chief's office, threatened, forced her to sign that she will never ever fight for what belongs to her. They forced themselves, used her property. The same family that wanted to run over your grandmother. That is what they said. Congrats dad said that kulingana na mimi nilikuwa nataka wapite na yeye, like run over the grandmother on our own property. These people are crazy, I'm telling you.
Nimekuja na gari nikileta mawe hapa, mama akalala njiani. Nikamwambia driver ingekuwa ni mimi ningepita juu yake.
Nilisema like I said, I told the driver, like take over, like run over her. She's saying that in front of the chief. Of course, the chief cannot say anything because we said the chief is compromised. The sub-chief, I'm sorry, I've always referred him to as the chief, but that guy is a sub-chief, assistant chief. Junior, thank you for tuning in. That is a very interesting story, guys. I intended to share yesterday, but I forgot. I did forget. We ended the live stream abruptly because of the sound. Imagine the chief allowed it. Monique, thank you for tuning in. My moderator, thank you so much. It's crazy down there. Huh? That is the dad to deemwango, and that is why you see deemwango coming out here, calling names Matiko for no reason. The CEO family of jealousy, blah, blah, blah. What is what he said? Yeah, that is what he said in the meeting. He wanted the driver to run over Bushman dude grandmother, take her out. Lakini driver akaniambia hapana, but the driver told me no, you cannot kill people. And his chest thumping. Yes, I said it. I wanted the driver to run over her. Yes, I said it. And the chief is there. Something that really pisses me off is how I don't even know, guys, allow me to go deep on this, but just imagine how it turned out. It's so unfortunate, honestly. I hope these villagers come together and stand for something, because it appears that they are falling for anything. Look at Murimi. Murimi, you're still part of Matiko's family, but you're dining with the enemy. The enemy is taking your land, but you think you're so important because Murimi did not even attend that meeting. The same family are taking over Murimi's land. Murimi is dining with them. Look at what happened to Baba Ann's family. Baba Ann sold the land cheaply because, according to him, he was drunk when he was selling the land. He can't even remember how much he sold the land for. Throw away Mama Ann. And don't forget that that is an inherited land from the same grandmother that was fighting back then, that Condad wanted to run over. Yeah, guys, allow me to call it a day, because this madness will never come to an end anytime soon unless the villagers come together the way they did out here and put a stop to this.
Tulipita nikata nikaongea na mzee.
In fact, I don't even want to hear what he has to say. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. All of you, thank you so much. If this is your first time watching, kindly make sure that you drop your subscribe, click, just subscribe and turn the notification bell on. But of course, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Just a polite reminder, oh my goodness, reminder. Whenever you watch, make sure that you drop your likes and come to the live chat section or come to the comment section later and let us know what you think. Drop your reactions. Unapologetically, we welcome you. Don't have to agree, just do it respectfully. Thank you so much for watching. My moderators of the day, thank you so much. Cecilia, Angela, Monique, Kavan, Kemi Klaus, and I don't know who else. If I didn't mention your name, I think those were the moderators of the day. Thank you so much. The live chat gang. Thank you. Lillian, Gracie Griffins, Cecile, Zungu Pebbles, Nairobi Teacher, Weave. I didn't see you earlier. Thank you. Snyder, you said YouTuber becomes best professional teacher. Thank you, Snyder, for tuning in. All of you guys, all of you. I saw all of you. Nikki, you were out here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Trust me, I don't take you for granted. And of course, Muzungu Pebbles, Nairobi Teacher were out here. Thank you guys for creating time to join this live stream. Asha Ash, thank you. Yeah, we were out here. Oh my God, it's almost 2 hours. It's almost 2 hours, Asha Ash, and that is why I have to leave. But thank you for tuning in. That was it, guys. I'll see you. Cecilia, thank you so much. I also enjoyed you guys in the live chat section. We had an amazing time. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed because that was it for today. Until the next one, Nairobi Teacher, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, guys, that was it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.